I got that call from Rawle, and he said, "Listen, man, Energy, we getting ready to get into Guyana Carnival, and we want you to be involved and play a part." And I was like, really, really excited.
My name is JL Adams, and on this episode of Intoxicated, the Sip and Chat Show, It's and Jam CEO Rawle Ferguson talks about his early days as a DJ, challenges in the entertainment industry, and the plans for Guyana Carnival 2019.
No private entity would have lost the type of money where Hits and Jams was lost with Mashamani.
Okay.
We've tried and tested.
Definitely.
The costume stuff, I don't know if people know the history, the costume stuff started in like 2002 Hits and Jams.
These topics and more as we sip and chat with Rawle Ferguson here on Intoxicated, the Sip and Chat Show.
Hey, this is DJ Rawle, you're tuning to Intoxicated, and please drink responsibly. Please.
Welcome, Mr. Rawle Ferguson. Welcome.
Finally.
What's happening?
Good.
First of all, I would like to just take this time to say thank you on behalf of everybody in Guyana who appreciates, greatness, who appreciates creativity, who appreciates anything that has to do with, revolution and modern concept and stuff like this. You guys as single-handedly evolve entertainment here in Guyana.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And, the first question I would like to ask you is, why haven't you guys begun documenting everything that you would have done over the years?
Well, we do have certain stuff in the archives. We do. But, like when we finish one project, we go to the next. So we never have time to really sit down and contemplate, and reminisce in the past. But we've been taking footage and having stuff put down in the archives.
Because I think it's important. The next 50, 60, 70 years from now, people need to know who would have been the pioneers of certain things,
we do have certain things in the archives. Next year, we're going to be 20th Hits and Jams.
Look at that.
So everything that we probably done in the past, we're going to pull back.
2 decades.
Yeah, probably do it 1 year. Because we got activities we would have left alone in the background. But next year, we're going to do all of that. We're going to relive most of those memories.
2 decades. And
2 decades.
20 years.
20 years.
Jesus.
A lot of ups and downs, but
a lot.
We're here, man.
So what is the secret to maintaining such high relevance after 20 years?
To be honest, you gotta love what you do. And in any form of any form of talent you have to love it. You have to engage in it. Like I said, they're going to be ups and downs. But when you love it, you cannot get bored.
You don't see it as a job. You don't see it as a job. I got to get up and do this.
Entertainment, you want to see what the rest of the world doing. You go on the internet, you see what is happening. You try to implement it. You try to put your own twist to it. You know what I mean? Just bring those nice, lively, vibrant stuff to your country. So it never gets boring.
We'll get back to entertainment a bit, So what I want to talk about is the beginning. Tell us a little bit about where you grew up and what school you went to and stuff like that.
Lodge. I was born in Lodge. Went to Albertown, Queenstown. Those are the 3 places that I would have my bases in growing up.
So what about schools? What schools did you attend?
St. Noel's, St. Ambrose, and St. Joseph.
St. Joseph.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite memories from St. Joseph?
Just bonding with all. I got friends from since I'm in like 8, 9 years old. I'm very loyal. I'm a person that really don't push people to the side. So my friends who were there from since 8, 9, I still have them. So I think the bonding and the relationship that I would have created and playing cricket and playing gum.
Gum was the main thing back then.
You know what I mean? So those are some of the memories and stuff like that, from back in the days.
So while you was going to St. Joseph, who was Rawle Ferguson aspiring to become once he got older?
Well, you know what? The weirdest thing in the world, I wanted to be an engineer.
An engineer?
Yeah, fixing plane engines and so forth. So when I was in high school, my mom's and father, they decided to have a sound system. And I used to watch the guys them play music. And it's always like, I want to be involved or whatever. After leaving high school, I actually spent a month in UG.
Okay.
Yeah, and things didn't work out financially for me. So I decided to make a career in music and entertainment. I decided to just go full strength with that.
All out or nothing.
All out or nothing.
So what was the first song you played on actually?
Fusion.
Fusion?
Fusion and only Fusion. No other
Really?
sound system.
How much years you've been playing?
About close to 28 years.
28.
Yes. I started at 13. Yeah, close to 28 years now.
So while you was an upcoming DJ at a young stage, who were some of the DJs that you looked up to? Whether it's national
Well, still,
or international?
I looked up to, they were Trevor Jamrock, Super C.
I don't know any of those guys.
Yeah,
man.
these guys, you had Ronnie, you had Clive. Those are people that I grew up. One time I heard Poke International on the Sea Walls. That was like when I was a real small.
Folk International?
Yeah, those are foundation song systems. So those are people that, I look up to for guidance and so forth. And, like me, I really wanted to revolutionize the business in terms of, when people hear DJs, they see a guy in the party without a shirt and, just the whole, without upper mobility and so forth. So I really wanted to change that. Coming from high school, I saw what the demographic needed and how they would have, evolve into different stuff. So I decided to do different things.
I'm happy you mentioned that, which takes me to my next question. How important it is for a current DJ to have an image when it comes to being able to market himself?
Very.
We have a lot of DJs that plays
important.
good music, but guess what? They're not marketable.
Yeah.
They don't have that image.
Yeah,
How important?
very important because, like for me, I think in any business, you got to know your demographics and what actually amplifies them, excites them, and so forth. So I think, the image that you want to portray to that demographics is very important. A lot of times people, just go away from the process of, moving from one stage to the next, and they don't understand the business they're in. I think just understanding demographics.
Okay. And you're not, as I would say, a full-time DJ as of now.
I'm retired since 2000.
But still, anytime Rawle go upon the ones and twos, he can still mash up the place.
Of course.
What would be your advice when it comes to, the upcoming DJs in order to, create a kind of longevity in this music industry?
I'll put it this way. I'll give them a layman term. When you love something or somebody, like I said before, you don't get bored of it. You want to make sure that it's comfortable. You want to put the best into it. If you into DJing or entertainment for just the material things or the vanity that comes with it, and you don't love it naturally, you won't fail because, like I said, everything has its ebbs and flows.
And also, this is definitely a different time to when you was going in the music business. They have social media.
Easier.
And it's easier? You think it's easier?
Far easier.
What do you think about the competition out there? You see these DJs now, they're competing and they're cussing and they're doing all type of crazy stuff.
I think,
against each other.
The internet it's much more global. In Ghana, we got 700,000 people. But if you have a global image, you market yourself or so forth. I'll give you an example. Take, for instance, a DJ or an entertainer have a song. It hits outside or whatever it is. He travels all over the world. And you broaden your scope. And as a DJ, you have social media. You can you can market yourself. You can not just stay in the confines of Ghana. You could go all over the world, the Caribbean. If you're a bad DJ, it's a bad DJ.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Take, for instance, Gully Ras and the Scene Ups and them, they're traveling because they're big here in Ghana and the rest of the world is seeing how they actually carry the business to the next level. So people want to have that. Ghana got 1.5, 1.6 in the diaspora. So I think they would want to at least market to those people first, then go out.
Okay,
to the rest of the Caribbean and the world.
Let's get into, in my opinion, one of the most favorite time of the year started from 2018, Guyana Carnival. Don't get me wrong, people, I love my Mashamani, but Guyana Carnival, last year we saw it did something amazing, not just for, the Guyanese people, but for also tourism in Guyana. What can we look forward to this year at the Guyana Carnival?
Last year we would have garnered about close to 10,000 people coming in the month of May. And that's a major achievement. And a lot of things, a lot of times, we don't highlight certain things, but I just want the viewers out there to know that if you bring 10,000 people in this country, the average of $1,000, what are we looking at? 2 billion Guyanese dollars. You contract that in a space of 1 week, all the business are being, whatever it is. So Guyana Carnival was an amazing thing. And quite frankly, this was actually an idea born out of the Jubilee. We saw what the Jubilee did in 2015. Is it 2016? My bad, 2016. So we were looking at 2017. Nothing happened in 2017. We felt like we just wanted to fill that void because there's so many things happening around the world. You have, let's start with Mashemani. You have Easter. May has been a lull. August with Jam Zone, and then you have the Christmas. So we wanted, to do something in that time frame where we can bring more people to our country in terms of tourism. We've done that with 10,000 people last year, and we hope with God's blessings we can triple that or double that.
It will happen. When you guys launched Guyana Carnival last year, I was there at the launch and stuff, and the word around town was that you guys are trying to kill Mash, and you shouldn't do that because Mash is we own carnival or isn't we own, and why we promoting something that's not we own, and a whole bunch of, the regular thing. What would you say to those people?
Hear what? The thing is, Mashamani is very cultural. I think one of the problems we had with Mashamani is the vision and what we want to do with Mashamani.
The people behind it.
Yeah, no discrimination or whatever it is.
No, we just being frank. The people behind it, the planners.
Yeah, no private entity would have lost the type of money where Hits and Jams have lost with Mashamani.
Okay.
We've tried and tested.
Definitely.
The costume stuff, if people know the history, the costume stuff started at like 2002 Hits and Jams. And from then on, I've heard many people in the business at that time, and I don't really want to call them that, they don't think that the costume thing can happen in Ghana, work in Ghana. And we started off, Hits and Jams pushing. We had a problem with Carib where we both were actually rivals. And, it grew. Like I said.
That's from the boom truck days, yeah.
Yeah, what I mean? Like, there's nobody can really say privately when it comes to Mashamani, in terms of investment and engagement. But I think the thing is with Mashamani, we have to find a vision. And I would like to say it should be cultural because it's caught up between Christmas and Trinidad Carnival. And if you're a betting man, where are you going to bet? You know what I mean? Guyanese more likely going to come back home in December.
Yeah.
But that short trip again in February is tough. Yeah. And then when you have to go against the Trinidad Carnival with more options, more entertainment, cheaper flights from there to there. So it's going to be a real tough thing because even me, going to Trinidad Carnival, I've seen so many Guyanese in the diaspora go there and not come to Ghana and never, really understand what is Ghana, second generation Guyanese. So what I'm saying to people, we're not here to fight Mashamani. We are engaged in Mashamani. We're working with the ministry, with Mashamani, and we'll continue to work with Mashamani. But I think it has to be more culture that represents our minerals, our ministries, and so forth. Has to have a clear vision. Mashamani, like I said, is cultural. Carnival is more frolic. It's more of entertainment. It's more about tourism, people coming to
more
our country.
International.
Exactly. So it's two different things. And you know what? You can have your cake and bake. You could have your cake and eat it. It's two different festivals, and we just need to embrace it. Because like I'm saying, if you got like $5 coming in here, and you get another $5 coming here, that's $10.
That's $10.
Why would you want to just do it $5 and just try to get $6 and $7?
This hard time.
You know what I mean? So it's not a fight down, but they gotta understand the difference. In the marketing is different. The whole vision is different with Carnival and Mashamani. And like I said, before people run around and think it's fighting down, just try to investigate and see how best and what it's doing for the economy as itself from Carnival standpoint.
I actually heard through the grapevine that you guys are bringing Rihanna for Carnival. I don't know how true it is. So tell us a little bit about the artist lineup for Carnival.
I would love. We're still working on that, to be quite frank.
So it's something that's in works.
All cards on deck. You know what I mean? We're very close with Rihanna.
Definitely,
to be honest with you, and our family and us really got a nice relationship. So if not from a performance standpoint, we should have Rihanna here at some point in time in Ghana.
Okay.
Like I said, everything is on board. We haven't finalized artists or whatever it is, but we know that Carnival is going to be remarkable.
We're going to have some Guyanese artists.
Oh, yeah. Listen, and the whole misinformation and misunderstanding, I think Drew, who is a part of our team, Drew Toven, he did, 52 songs at Carnival last year. Local content, everything produced here. And, anybody into production will know producing 52 songs from the hours to the writing to even production money where you gotta go pay for engineer. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of investment, and we did that last year with Drew. And this year we're gonna do the same. We probably wouldn't do 52, but we probably would do probably 30 or something like that.
Is there any Carnival anthem that you guys?
Yeah, we have a Carnival anthem. Jomo did it.
Jomo. Okay.
Like I said, what Carnival did last year from a local standpoint, the Tamikas and the Big Reds, they were on stage with both Kess and Marshall, and they have millions of followers on their IG. So, when we actually really think about it, you as a follower of Marshall, see a Tamika Marshall or any one of them, and you hear a song, you would want to know, you'll be curious. So that's an advantage that people haven't looked at. The world will now zoom in on Guyana.
What about venues? Because I know last year you guys kept a lot of the parties at the Marriott and Beachfront, and it was awesome parties. But now I heard they discontinued any event from happening there. What about the venues?
Well, to be honest, we've been creative. And we knew that was going to be an issue.
Okay.
And we would have prepared for that. Look forward to some new venues.
Or coming May, we're going to hear It's and Jams being allowed to keep the parties
it's a possibility. It's a possibility. We're in negotiation with Marriott. It's a possibility. I guess, one of the things is that they recognize what we're trying to achieve and what is the goal and what Guyana's Carnival is all about, putting Guyana on the world map, and we want the best, accommodation for, tourists coming to Guyana. So it's not off the card.
It's no secret that, the It's and Jams team, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, are basically one of the only and one of the longest standing black owned business in Guyana. How have you guys managed to maintain, this kind of relevance, and what are some of the challenges you guys would have had to overcome to reach to this point in here?
Here's the thing. I mean, traditionally, black businesses are black groups have supported, in large numbers, black businesses. I think what we have done is probably changed that in a way. The generation before us, they would have left things in a mess. Let's be frank about it. And we are here to change that. And I think what we want to do is leave a model for a young African Guyanese to look at and say, what they've changed the narrative. It can be done. But there are challenges, and one of the challenges that our people don't recognize that, we need to embrace it. This is greatness. This is something, this person came from the same path that we came from. The challenge and the struggles. So let us embrace, let's pull one another out of it. Let's work together. But it's tough.
Yeah, but what a lot of people don't know, or I think if they don't know it, or if they know it, they're probably living in denial, is that you guys has revolutionized everything that has to do with entertainment.
Yeah.
Every single thing, from the way you play music, from the way you dress.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
Listen, I remember one night I was in when they used to keep the Sapphire exhibition with slingers and slingers, it's and Bamsey and the tight pants, and 2-3 years after, everybody in tight pants, everybody.
Like I said, here what. Generally, Guyanese live outside the box. Inside the box.
Inside, definitely.
And and this is what I encourage every young person out there. It's easy now. You have the internet. You can see what trends are happening and so forth. How you can adapt to them. And what we did, we were traveling, we were observing. Obviously, there were styles and so forth. And we, we liked that. We brought that here. We implemented it. We took the licks.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, I just want people to understand that you really you gotta grasp what you're doing and forget the noise outside.
Yeah, I just tell everybody, It's and Jams are single-handedly responsible for 95% of the party goes right now.
Yeah.
Because, I started the party in 2004. I was probably like 16, 17 when I used to work at the supermarket. I wasn't going to no other club before Avalanche start. Yeah. I wasn't going to Sheriff. Nobody didn't go into Tennessee. Yeah. No, young people wasn't going to those places. But when St. James came out and they started promoting, the Avalanche, that's when...
That was a bad club.
I actually was in there one night and I saw my pastor's daughter in Avalanche.
Yeah, Avalanche.
And I'm like, whoa.
Avalanche changed the way how clubs work.
Definitely.
You had the VIP, you had this was like no smoking, the AC, the music was
the lighting was crazy.
Concept and everything. And, like I said, we've changed a lot of things. Radio is one, TV is another, entertainment in the other. But like I said, we just want people to understand that it can be done. We're not immortals, you know what I mean? It can be done. You're human just like us. If you love your country, if you love what you're doing, you're going to try to do better.
Definitely. I'm actually glad that you mentioned radio. Every other week or every other Monday there's a new radio station popping up. What is it's in terms of main focus when it comes to,
We have something that we're gonna launch, hopefully in the next 2 months. Well, you know what? Every time something dies for us, or we find that it fades,
something new, bigger and better. I realize that.
So we have something that we're gonna, I don't want to be boastful or whatever, but we're gonna put a lot of things to rest. It's gonna be unbelievable, but I think one of the things that pull us away or put us above the rest is our programming. We have vibrant people. I think, it's more of the personality. Everybody can have music. Everybody can have the best equipment. But the personality to feel the vibes, gravitate with people, connect with them and so forth. I think our personality, when we put them together, and most of them were new to the arena, radio land. Some of them we made, like the Gardens and them, they were never in radio.
No, they was.
We figured at that time they had a what I want to say, a simple following or whatever. We decided to work with that and build them. So I think the personalities and the programming would have had us up there with everybody else.
You had Jam Zone.
Yeah.
Jam Zone is not there anymore. Now you guys have Guyana Carnival. You had Night of Elegance. Now Old Year's Night is a big thing all over Guyana.
Well,
the Wednesday night party, the list goes on and on.
Jam Zone is still there, but what we find with Jam Zone is so many competition happening, not Guyana, but over the world. And
it's summertime.
It's summertime.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And artists are really difficult. And
book.
Who else can we bring? You know what I mean? Like, everybody that you thought of, we brought. You know what I mean? Barring the Rihannas and the Beyonce and the Jay-Z's or whatever it is. I think that would have evolved to that, having our economy, just dipped. We got to be honest with it. Certain stuff was not what it is. Well, we'll get there in 2022 or 2025. So we are still contracting a hole in the waiting.
As a business owner, right, what would you say is one of the most important aspects when it comes to running a business here in Guyana?
Knowing your demographics. We're a diverse community. We have like 6 different races. I use the radio station for an example. Our radio is more of urban, youthful. You know what I mean? And people would be like, "Oh God, we have a segment of mature folks, and you have Indian, listener, whatever it is." But we feel like if we would have controlled our urban base, the youthful base, than to have Indian music, have oldies or whatever, it will be scattered. We know for a fact that we have the youthful demographics, and at some point in time, they'll be trending upwards while transferring to somebody else or whatever it is. So we feel like, you have to know your demographics and you work towards your base all the time. It can only get bigger.
So how important would you say it is as basically the pioneers of entertainment in Guyana to basically pass on the baton to the new and upcoming
Very important.
entertainers
No, very important.
while you're still in the game?
Yeah. Listen, here's the thing, and we've been evolving all the time, and people don't even recognize it. We're into promotion, yes, but think about this: if we got 10, 15 young, vibrant promoters, who gets promotional dollars, marketing dollars?
Radio station.
Okay. Radio TV station.
Radio and TV station. Yep.
So the more successful young people are promoters that are out there, we will have the incentives. So it is always, and like people would want, when you go to them, you got to pay for consultancy and so forth. I don't do that. If you come to me and you want to advise, I will give you advice. Like I said, I'm going to live regardless.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's very important that we breed and nurture these young people that are coming out. And I think respect is very important. I believe as an individual, you have to respect your elders. Yes, you might get, your little, ins and outs or whatever, but you have to respect your elders. But it's very important that we keep the ladder coming.
Mm-hmm. Just times are changing and new generations coming and stuff like that.
Obviously, you have to incorporate young people.
We actually touched on this topic briefly earlier, the tight clothes wearing and stuff like that. You guys were doing this at a time where it wasn't accepted in Guyana. Yeah. How did that influence your business or your image, whether it's negatively or positively?
Well, if you're into dancehall or DJing or whatever it is, you know that tight clothes and stuff are associated with a certain people. You know what I mean? We're much more liberal now in Ghana, and you can't do certain things as a DJ or be associated with certain things as a DJ because it's more of the rootsy type of people. So I think the way that we dressed or whatever it was a bold move.
Yep.
And a lot of people who were actually, more in tune to the outside world, outside the box, they respect that we were trying to transform our business to the next level, and in terms of our image, the way we look, we speak, you know what I mean? And that was accepted in a different form in our country, you know what I mean? So I guess it worked. The marketing tool.
I know everybody's wearing.
Yeah, it worked.
And a lot of people don't know that you guys was the first.
I can remember one time we was at a football game in the sports hall, and Corin had worn a tight pants. He could hardly walk. I was like, dude, they're gonna kill you tonight. They're gonna destroy you tonight. I was like, yo, talking about that, you gotta get something else here. So he walked with you. This is pushing it, but he's much comfortable, doing certain things.
You're comfortable.
Yeah, he was like, yo, dude, this is me. You know what I mean? So there's that, you know what I mean?
Let's talk a little bit about the next party you guys will be giving on the 23rd of February, the Sunrise Party. What can, the people expect, from the party? I understand it's a brunch party.
Yeah.
From 10 a.m.
Yeah, it's a brunch. Listen, like when you look at the events that are happening throughout the Caribbean, the Jamaicas, the Barbados, and the Trinidad, I feel like for us, what we do in the party, we just put up a sound system, a bar, and patrons come. We wanna elevate that. We wanna have people when they come, they get nice standards in terms of the ambience. You get gifts. The food are gonna be nice and so forth. We want a nice atmosphere. So from the bathroom, the women go to, they must be like, wow, this is outdoor. This has never been done. We want to wow people. And I think now we want to give people more value for their money, because at the end of the day, everybody is trying to contract and save and conserve. Sorry.
It's a fact.
We really want to up the ante. We did that for Carnival. We want to up the ante with Sunrise. And for the rest of our events this year, we want to make people want to have that wow factor. When you hear a Hits and Jams event, when you hear a Carnival, Guyana Carnival party, like Soak and Wine.
That's what I was waiting to get to. That was one of the dopest events that ever happened here, man.
Sunrise is going to carry that up on that.
So are we going to get a Soak and Wine this year? Because last year I didn't make
You're going to have Soak and Wine for Carnival. The Carnival
Carnival edition.
Okay. And then you're going to have Oh, we'll probably do it later on in the year, but we'll have a soak and wine for Carnival. But this sunrise, if anybody been to soak and wine, this is gonna go over the top of that because we're gonna give away some gifts. I don't want to say some of the gifts that they're gonna get, but when you leave that party and those memorabilia and those merchandise that you're gonna take, you're gonna always remember that this was done at this place.
This party, so we can look forward to it.
Yeah,
Not a dope event.
yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Is it going to be all day party?
Yes, it will be all day. It'll start at 10 o'clock. And we're doing the boom trucks, of course.
Okay.
But it's going to be a limited edition for the boom trucks. We will leave sunrise. So whoever got their tickets, and so we will leave sunrise and we'll go the route, the park run, and then end off at the Everest ground at the same
place.
sunrise party. But it shouldn't go later than 10 o'clock.
Okay.
10 to 10 basically.
Nice. So you didn't mention Corwin a few moments ago. Tell us a little bit about the relationship with you and Corwin. Are you guys biological brother? Are you guys cousin? What is the relationship? Because a lot of people think that you guys are brothers.
No, real friends. I think when I was coming out to the business and when I was about to finish DJing, I was looking for new DJs to replace me. And I found this guy named Rennie. I don't know if you know Rennie.
Yeah, Rennie.
Rennie and Green Dongs were on me at the time. And then I saw Corwin DJing for a set named The Porties. And I'm like, wow, this dude is cool. And we started talking, but them times you couldn't expand because it wasn't making that amount of money.
Okay.
So I was confident with my team that I just crafted or whatever it is. And, me and him used to talk or whatever it is. And, things happen. We decided to do promotions together and so forth. But we're real friends. There's no money friend there or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We're real friends. We're now family like blood or whatever it is. And we get our arguments and sometimes don't even talk for like 2 or 3 hours. But
2 or 3 hours, man.
yeah, we cuss out. Only cuss out abuse. But
it was 2 or 3 months, 2 or 3 days.
No, we don't get. We
2 or 3 hours.
We have a common goal, and Corwin is a dude, and this is what people don't. Is a dude. He's very patriotic. He's not on money. That's one of the things that me and him just get wrong. He's not a money hung.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He wants to do the best of the best. You know what I mean? He cuts no corners. He wants to give his best effort. He wants to see the best product for Ghana. He wants the best artists to come to Ghana, and that's his. I think that's his mode. This is the mode operandi. He's not an easy dude.
Yeah. You
would like him because here you would sit here, you try to find the best camera, everything. He is extravagant when it comes to certain things.
Another thing that was really, really impressive, in my opinion, was before I left to New York, I can remember it was probably just you and Corwin and Green Dongs, I think.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, I saw a whole bunch of new face and younger face.
Yeah.
The diamonds, the shizzle. I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
this is impressive. What did those guys have to go through to basically made the team? Because it's not an easy team to make,
every human being got potential. And one of the things is you got to see the talent from it's
but let me tell you something. I don't know if you guys notice this, but I've noticed it. Before those guys was a part of the boom DJs, everything about them was different. Even the way they dress.
Yeah.
Even the way they dress.
Yeah, well,
it's a fact.
Yeah, it's true. But every human being, we're in the dark. Sometimes you're in the dark and somebody like, look, listen, come, read, research. You yourself this change, you know what I mean? And they recognize that we were on this level. We respected their talents and their potential. We brought them on as brothers, not as a boss and an employee, whatever it is. And we shared a lot of things. Like we have sessions where we sit down and we just talk.
Okay.
And we have groups where we discuss this short that Jamal have. You know what I mean? What is it about this short that you like? What is it you see in everybody? We discuss a lot of things as a team. Like I said, I believe in, being closely knitted and family oriented when it comes to my group. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes, like I said, when you love something, the money doesn't matter. It comes and goes. And, you feel the pain and you work with the pain.
What about television, the channel 72? What's happening with that?
Well, like I said, in a couple of months, we're gonna change the game again.
Okay. In TV and radio, or just
both?
Both. Okay.
We're gonna expand also. We want to go to Berbice and Linden and so forth.
Okay, nice.
So in a couple of months' time, we are going to change that again, give that a new life. I know that people would say, "Oh, business is not doing well or whatever," but we don't believe that you should just lay down and relax. We think you got to be at the forefront of technology and being creative.
So what's next for the HJ brand? What's next? You guys plan to go into some products. One thing I've always wanted to see
Products.
and then I haven't seen it, so I went and made my own, was some It's and Jams merch. So I went and I made my own It's and Jams merch.
Well,
what about that? Don't you think you would get the support?
Yeah, of course. We have like I said, we have a lot of things in store. Everything is about stages. I think one of the things I alluded to earlier is that you got to know your demographics.
You have to.
And at the end of the day, our demographics are not ready for certain things. You can't throw so much things at one time.
Mm-hmm.
At a point in time, we wanted to go into merch. We wanted to go into fashion and so forth. We wanted to have a HJ water. We still do have that on the cards. We wanted to have our own beverages. We wanted to do distribution. But we want to take Guyana in the whole more worldwide. I think we have a diaspora about 1.6 throughout the world, and if we can have more Guyanese oriented events, and I'm not knocking nobody all over the world to do stuff from a Guyanese standpoint, I think they don't see the end goal as huge. They just do it for a hustle. I think there's so much money out there for Guyanese in those markets. Once we put our product together properly and market it to the rest of the world, I think we can make money. And we want to go global, and we will go global.
So don't you think now is like the right time with everything that's happening in Guyana, man? Guyana is the thing right now, you know?
Yeah, we're going to be ready for 2021.
And you know what's crazy? The only set of people that don't know what's happening here in Guyana is Guyanese.
Yeah. I think
crazy.
I think like I said, right now is about understanding the market, and we are going to get an influx of money whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
At some point in time, one of the things that I'm worrying about is that from an entertainment standpoint, and I hope that the curfew doesn't come back on, because every weekend there's a lot of workers from Exxon, they fly out the country to party. We want to keep that money here.
Right there in Trinidad,
Barbados, they go. We want to keep that money here. So, like I said, we're still evolving and we're still looking and knowing the market or whatever it is, but you can't do what you can't do.
So is there anything that we forget to talk about? Anything else you would like to plug? What's happening with you guys?
What I want people to know is that, as young people like yourself, I really don't do interviews, to be quite honest.
You really?
No, I'm not a cameraman or, I don't take photos or whatever it is. But, I know how hard you're trying to, get in the market and, take your stuff to the next level. And, you called me, I was like, you know what, I'll do it. Because like I said, you need certain personalities to give you that marketing tool. You know what I mean? And anything that I want, anything I could do to help anybody, I can do. It doesn't take me no money to get here. It doesn't take nothing but me wanting to get here. So for our people out there, you got to understand that it's not about money all the time. It's about the effort and how we help each other, embrace each other. And when somebody is doing nonsense and the stuff that they're doing is nonsense, you tell them. Don't just be like patronizing them, be like, oh, it's Guyanese or whatever. I think that's one of the major problems that we have in our country. Quality must be respected, and amateur nonsense must be told that this is that. We will never grow from strength to strength if we keep encouraging those stuff. So I think that's basically it.
So is there anything you would like to ask? I've been asking all the questions all interview.
Yeah. So what next for Intoxication?
What's next? Probably radio.
Radio?
Yeah, probably radio.
Okay.
That's what we're working on right now. And I must let the people know, when I started this show last 2 years, season 1, you know, they actually called me at Hits and Jams and give me 3 months free on the TV. So, you know, every Wednesday, Intoxicated was showing on Hits and Jams.
Nice.
Yeah, Corbin called me. I don't know if you was aware of it. Of course, you must be aware of it.
No, he makes
Yeah, Corbin called and was like, you know, we respect what you're doing. We would like to offer you, you know, 1 hour every Wednesday. Just bring it over, and the girls would take it. And every Wednesday, it was showing the entire 4 seasons.
Nice. So what about sponsorship and companies and so forth?
It's crazy that Guyanese. I don't know what's wrong with these companies here in Guyana, Europe. And that's why we actually bought these decanters, you know, to throw out all the liquor. These people didn't want to sponsor the stuff. I don't know, but
so why not season 2 on Hits and Jams TV?
Don't it?
Why
not what?
Why not do it on Hits and Jams TV? Why not do it every Wednesday night still?
We actually shooting 16 episodes first.
I get it.
And then we was gonna, you know, come and approach and ask, because we've been sending out mad sponsorship letter whereby we could come and actually pay, you know, because it's a business, of course. You guys already gave me the 4th season for free, so we will send out sponsorship letter and including that we're gonna have it on Hits and Jams and we're gonna have it on other stations, so we could come and, you know, give you guys the money for the half an hour, for the 45 minutes.
When your 16th episode finishing, you don't get no money from it or whatever. This we gonna still,
of course, man,
give you
definitely.
the exposure.
You want to let the people know where they can find you, you know, if they're interested in learning more about.
Hits and Jams, 206 Landscape Street, numbers 227-0580. I be there most days, almost every day. No more consultancy.
What about Facebook, Instagram?
Guyana Carnival 592.com. Hits and Jams. At Hits and Jams, either Facebook or IG. And that's basically it. Entertaining Rawle on IG. That's my personal stuff, but I do have people handling that. So, you know, be careful those personal messages. You know what I mean?
What about the radio program? You still be on radio? You know,
actually, I'm on tonight.
You're on tonight?
Yeah, we started like 2 weeks now, doing back Hitsville with different topics and so forth.
And you're on Sundays also?
Sunday from 3 to 6. Okay, Sunday more is about a positive message where, you know, we try to motivate young people.
And I love your speeches, man. You be having some dope speeches.
Just be real, you know.
It'll be some radical speech, but dope at the same time. You know?
You know what I mean? It's like I said, you know, the keys are over to you guys now, and the opportunity is there at Hits and Jams. Our arms are open for you guys. Once you have the potential, we'll find a way to incorporate you.
All right, man. Thanks for coming. Thanks a lot for this interview. And continue doing the good job.
Thanks a lot.
What about it's your boy J. Allen, aka The Intoxicator. And if you like the video just now, sir, and want to see more of it, then make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, so you can be up to date with what's happening here on this channel, okay? And if you want to see some uncut, behind the scenes footage of what's happening here on Intoxicated, the Paper Chat Show, make sure to click the Patreon link below. So remember to support the thing, to be up to date with the thing. I'm out.